folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals. For the top four seeds, a time to begin their quest for the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? It's a shotgun run call. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this 2nd down.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. The pocket breaking down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Handoff here from the shotgun. They stop him, but it's a 1st down.
Boy, with all this build-up and hype of this playoff game, this defense has got to do a better job at the line of scrimmage. That's another 1st down. They had their chance there on 3rd down, but they do not want this to become an ongoing trend against this offense. They're just too good.
Caught on the outside. It's Graham. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. You think about it, over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
Buckeyes moving quickly down the field here. On the run, it's Rhodes. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Sticking with the running game. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, great job by this defense on this 2nd down run. Just stonewalled him at the line of scrimmage. Now they get a chance to really pressure the quarterback here, try to get off the field.
Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And the ball is picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? At the 20. Touchdown, LSU. Wow, what a play, a defensive score.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, the defense could not have written a better script than this. First drive of the game, not only do you come up with a pick, but you spot your offense 6 points right away. I wouldn't be surprised if they tell their offense to sit back and take it easy, fellas.
And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Bringing it out. It's Graham. Tackled at the 23. Brought it out. Tried to make a play. Good coverage that time. bounce back. He threw a pick-6 in the last possession.
Opening play of the drive, big throw to the left.
They bring him down, but a solid gain there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
Come to the line for second down and very short now. Keeping it on the ground here. He shreds the tackle. Stop out at the 39, but good enough for a first down.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid game. Stay ahead of the chains.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. And the wideout goes in motion. And looking to throw now on first down. That's a bullet right into the heart of the field. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Just ran away from the defense.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Went after, up and good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he'll leave the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
I mean, that's just being a difference maker up front. You look at that uniform, you think over the years with Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, and Chase Young, and so many great defensive linemen. And this guy right here is showing you he's got some of the similar skill set as some of those greats.
So from the 21-yard line, it's now 2nd and long. Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
Well, they're making this offensive line really think and communicate. Bringing different blitzes. This time the outside linebacker gets to the quarterback and comes up with a big sack for the D.
3rd and long. If this defense gets a 3rd sack in a row, this place will come unhinged. To the air, it's Collins. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
State offense comes back onto the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Offense will keep it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Pressure is coming. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
The Buckeyes will come to the line, looking to keep the drive going on fourth down. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big fourth down stop.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on fourth down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Running out of time in the pocket. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. They'll run it here. Ball carrier tackled there. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. They'll try to run for the first down. No shot to bring him down. Tackle to the 28. This offense threatening now. Another first down.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
LSU now operating in the red zone. Back's got it again. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. And the pass will fall incomplete on the scramble attempt. Good coverage there. So second down after the incompletion. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. Looking to pass. It's Collins. Short throw to the sideline, forced out after just a short gain. So the coach will decide to settle for 3 points here. Out comes the field goal unit. And it's good right down the middle.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pulls it in. It's Smith.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Important second down play coming up. Handoff from the shotgun. Finds room at the 30. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball, pick up yards like this, it really affects a team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
He fires this throw and is intercepted. Can he take it all the way? At the 10 now. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kirk.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
And the PAT is good. Now they get set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Graham. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Grab down the middle. It's Smith. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
That completion sets up a second down play. Here's the handoff. Good enough for first down yardage.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. You think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers. But we all know it starts with their running games, all those great backs they've had over the years.
Looking to throw it on first down. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. And he's got some open field ahead. Past the 20. Finally steps out of bounds after a long return. What a play by the defense.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Looking to build on this lead on this possession. Had to settle for 3 last time out. He's moving out of the pocket now. Makes a quick grab. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4.
And that is always the toughest thing for a defense. When you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a quarterback who can run around and buy time, it makes it so much tougher on coverage.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Toss play. Back heads to his right. He'll be muscled out of bounds very close to the goal line.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out on the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense of slowing them down.
Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. And they stuff him on 3rd and short. Defense knew it was coming. Less than a yard to go here on 4th down. The offense is going to go for it. Press coverage now from the secondary. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he scores. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT puts them up 17 now. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. The kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Moves the ball up to the 30.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
It's a run to the left. Fighting him off. Sophomore brought down after a nice run.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
That's an important first down on that running play. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's past the 45. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground.
And I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. That's a crucial score for the offense. Chipping away, Kirk, just trying to stay in this game here.
It's too early to see if this touchdown is going to change the momentum and allow them to cut down into the lead even further. But if you're this head coach, you tell your team, let's just keep chipping away.
Automatic on the PAT. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Each offense has been clicking, scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. Only a short gain in that run. Defense able to pin him in.
The defensive coordinator this week, all week, telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
And here's the handoff.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Escapes the pocket. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's fourth down. The offense with a major gamble here. Going for it inside their own 40. Trying for a fourth down completion. On the move, looking deep. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Oh, a nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
That's a good job here by this defense, especially the linebacker man coverage, but the quarterback needs some help here from his intended target. He needs to be able to find a guy that can separate and pull away from man coverage to be able to make any play at all.
Looking to throw. It's Collins. Bringing pressure. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open. This was a promising drive, but back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. He's escaping the pocket now. And he just throws it away.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
And that one's straight down the middle. And they add to their lead.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. First down, looking to throw the football. Snags a quick throw. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
So quickly up to the 35-yard line for 1st down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. That's caught. It's Smith. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the mark. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their 1st timeout. Second down play coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And he's got his man open downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Strong game by this quarterback.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the 2nd quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
PHC is good. They still trail, though. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off and hope the defense can get a quick stop. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Let's see how this offense plays this. They try to get some more points for the half or play it more conservative. Short pass finds the tight end. And he's tackled after the catch. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Past the 10. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
And the point after is good. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Bringing it out, it's Graham. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. We'd expect a prudent decision here, backed up near their own end zone. Just run the clock out and get to halftime. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete, even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. And here comes a deep shot. And the pass is dropped, incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
You know, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Caught over the middle. It's Rhodes. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. Looking to flip the field here. And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Corners back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking to scramble. On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. And that falls incomplete as time runs out in the first half of play. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Buckeyes will kick this away to get the second half going. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Trying to build in a positive first half for this offense. Let's see if they can stretch the lead. There's some urgency on the part of the defense to stop the bleeding here. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Incomplete. Second down coming up. Takes the toss, testing the right side here. Breaking free at the 35. Out of bounds after another huge chunk on the ground. What a job by this offensive line today.
The old toss play, man. This is a play that used to be so popular in college football when teams ran out of the I formation. Nowadays, you can pretty much run the toss out of almost any formation. But the key is still sealing the edge, whether it's your tight end or your offensive tackle. Got to seal the edge to be able to allow your back to get to the corner.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Now it's second down here. Some hard running there through a tackle. And the Salk were able to bring him down quickly.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Back to throw. It's Collins. Quick throw, catch made. Gets some space around the 30. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a third down. They do their job, convert, and now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
Got space, looking to score. And he will score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you say, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch, and this defense just unable to corral him.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. He makes it into the end zone to add 2 more to the lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Graham down the middle. It's Graham. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Great execution on the RPO. Quarterback does a nice job as he's putting the ball into the belly of the back, making sure to read his key. This defense was determined. They came up to stop the run. Quarterback saw it, pulled it out, hit the quick slant right behind it for some great yards.
Breaks clear, end zone ahead. And just like that, in one play, they've moved into scoring position at the 23.
But when the dust settles and the games are over, it's how many big plays did you create and how many did you prevent. This is a huge play for this offense. Now, can they get the ball into the end zone or they have to settle for 3?
The offense is clicking and the defense just searching for answers now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Moves to his left now, escaping the pocket. Pulls it in. It's Tate. Solid tackle, able to get him down.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
The Buckeyes looking to cash in this red zone trip. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
He's got it right near the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Ohio State. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback from the start of the 25. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back to football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Looking to pass. It's Collins. Looks to the left. Pass caught. He's found some room at the 45. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the defense look slow that time.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Well, of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You give the ball to the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. They convert the PAT, so the lead is now 21. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. That strong coverage there. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And he drops back in the gun. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Good adjustment here by the defensive coordinator. Let's face it, it's been a tough game so far for this defense. They've given up a ton of yards and touchdowns through the air. This time they figured out a way to affect his timing, and they get the pressure to hit him before he can make another play.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Caught behind the line. It's Rhodes. Breaking free at the 35. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Quick throw caught on the left side. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to chuck it again. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Makes the grab down at the 15-yard line. They bring him down, but the game sets up the offense first and goal from the 10.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
The Buckeyes looking to cap the drive here. It's first and goal. They finally corral him at the 1.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance and a really nice gain.
Solid gain puts him in good position for second down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, these are the kind of plays you have to make to be able to win the game in the second half. This back had a great first half and has gotten plenty of touches, so you've got to make sure this half is different than how things have gone so far.
After a first down loss, it's second and long from the 23. They'll try the right side on the toss. Breaking tackles. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
You know, a toss play just starts with the offensive line, whether or not they can set the edge on the outside, whether it's a tackle or a tight end in that same direction. If they do that, you're going to have positive yards. If you can't set that edge, play's going to blow up.
Third down play for this offense. From the shotgun, handoff inside. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker for fourth down now. Check this out. Offense going for it inside their own 40. Here we go on fourth down. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. You either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on fourth down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. It's picked off. They tried to fire the ball into a tight window. They get him down after a short return, but the interception gets the football back to the offense at the 36.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. Oh, what a cut, and still going. And a big gain down near the 29. They're threatening.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed along with really dominant offensive line play.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
The game makes it second and medium. Looking to pass this time. On the run here, lets it go. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. So here we go now, third and short from the opponent's 24-yard line. What will the offense choose to do at this point? Trying to create outside the pocket now. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. Well, Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to float this one to the right side. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Incompletion makes it second down. Using his legs, it's Rhodes. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. Fourth down, he's throwing for it. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. It's incomplete. The defense makes a big fourth down stop.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They were up double digits at halftime, and they're just continuing to roll, building in the lead here in the second half. Dropping back. It's Collins. Caught quickly. He's tackled, but down at the 9-yard line. Defense getting pushed around.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And that run produces a decent gain.
Well, this guy's been a lot of fun to watch today, showing a lot of ability to get outside with speed, some toughness between the tackles. Now he's well over 100 yards, and a big part of the reason this team's going to advance to the next round.
As a design quarterback keeper. And they stop him. I think it's short of the first down.
Wow, the defense prevented them from getting the first down. How about that? Nice job of holding their point there at the defensive line. They came close to getting the first, but the defense deserves credit. Now we've got 4th and inches.
They need less than a yard for a first down. They'll go for it on 4th. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the first down line. Just punch it in and pick up a first down. That's what they call here, and it works out perfectly.
First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. The offense knocking on the door here with a 1st and goal. They'll try and run it with the fullback. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. Second and goal for the offense. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. And he's going to run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Wanted no part of contact on that play.
Nice job by this defense on that second down, so we now have 3rd down and goal. The offense could be thinking about 4-down situation. They need to put the ball into the end zone. They don't want to settle for a field goal here.
The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Collins. Looking to the end zone. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Interesting call here, Chris, to throw the ball on 3rd and short. Unable to come up with a first down. Now here at 4th down, you got a big decision to make. Do you kick the field goal just to add to the lead, or maybe go for this here with a chance to drop the hammer?
The coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. So it'll be a chip shot from the right hash mark. Kick is good. It gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive. And that will extend their lead even further. So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. Looks to the left for a quick throw, but they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line.
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better than they did today.
Short connection to the tight end here. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Head coach say, we'll try it again. They're 0 for 3 on previous 4th down attempts. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. And he finds his target. He has the first. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the first down.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Buckeyes have first and 10 here. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Oh, and it's nearly picked off. Could not hold on to the ball in the end zone. Sets up second down.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
That play makes it second and 10. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Now it's third and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Finds his man. It's Rhodes. The Buckeyes will come to the line on fourth down, hoping to keep this drive going. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Makes the grab. It's Tate. Hard running there, breaking tackles. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a first and goal. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.